We are live, so you're a little early on the go, Scott.
Okay. My intentions were good.
Hey, everyone. Hey, everyone. Welcome to Kiss
Hello.
Corner. Kiss Corner. This is the corner, our little corner of the internet where we talk about Kiss. And I'm RT Bear. I will be hosting this fun hour or so talk. And with me is the historian of all time, Scott Palacios, also brilliant musician and longtime
Oh, well, thank you.
friend.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So, and then I have Kevin Conrad, who is along not as long, but pretty long actually. We've been alive for a while,
Long.
Kevin. Friend. He's also a major Kiss person. So much so he's got a cover band called Revenge, and
Oh,
he also was one of the artists on Psycho Circus, which was the Kiss comic book that came out a while ago. So hey, Kevin.
Hey, what's going on?
Kevin.
What's going on,
Yes.
guys and girls?
And girls. and we're gonna start bringing Taylor into the branding since she's so much part of this show. And I think she's the biggest fan not only of Kiss now but of this show as well. So everybody, Taylor Grosso.
Hi everyone. This
Taylor.
is this is my
Hello.
favorite show I think we do. Not to be biased, but
Oh,
I will be reading your chat today, you guys. So feel free to join in and chime in and get in on this conversation about Kiss.
please.
Yeah, she digs in. She's always like, "Hey, did you know Kiss did this? Did you know Kiss did that?"
Oh, no,
I'm
she's
like, "Oh
converting.
man, she's
Yeah,
hooked. It's working."
it's working exactly.
The army has recruited another.
That's
Can't help
awesome.
it.
You can't help it.
Yeah,
You get sucked in. See?
yeah. Hey, I wanted to get a quick plug out for another buddy and fan of this show is the Lone Star creator Mike S. Miller. He just turned over 100K for his Indiegogo. So hats off to you, brother. I know you've worked your butt off with this. I think the
Congrats.
first issue is all drawn and inked by Mike, and it's a great looking book. Don't go check it out right now, but after our Kiss Corner uh,
Yeah,
conversation,
after.
yeah, go check it out. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I was going to try to steer this, but I don't know. We should just let it be what it's going to be. But we were going to talk about the Kiss makeup a little bit, and like the evolution of it. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just fascinated about this, and it'll probably keep coming up as we find out more about the mysterious David or Dennis Wallach.
Dennis Wallach.
Yeah, and how much he actually had to do with Kiss, and how much perhaps he didn't, since Gene says he didn't do a whole lot.
He didn't do anything. Yeah.
But before that, should we celebrate the 40th anniversary of Hotter Than Heck?
Yeah, hotter than heck, right? Great,
Hotter than heck.
great record. I've out of the first three records, I think it's my favorite one. I think sonically it just sounds heavy, and then I found out later that it was mastered at the wrong speed. That's why it sounds that's why the drums sound so fat, and it sounds a lot heavier than maybe the Kiss record or even Dress to Kill. Not that they're not great records as well, but it just Hotter Than Hell just sounds so different than either of those. And the songs, Parasite came off of Hotter Than Hell, which is great. Watching You is on Hotter Than Hell. I mean, those are classic kind of heavy.
Hey, is
Heavy
Parasite the
Kiss.
one that goes dun 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 dun?
No, that's actually the end of Cold Gin, I
Oh,
think.
Cold Gin. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I like that part.
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin's mocking me.
Yeah. He's
Oh, I'm
mocking.
sorry, man.
Well, hey,
Musicians, am I
we're
right?
not all playing those songs all the time, Kevin. So I'm actually like going back in time to the 12-year-old art, and remember these
And
songs.
just and there's the air guitaring.
I did do that. I did do the air guitar.
You were doing air guitar.
Yeah, I did do it. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But it's a great record, and just some great classic riffs. Going Blind, which was later covered. The Melvins did a fantastic cover of Going Blind, just heavy. And there you go. There's a band known for being kind of heavy, and they saw the heaviness in, yeah, you know, the early Kiss stuff, and it's just it's a riff heavy record. There's some good stuff. You know, some of that stuff never made it onto set lists all the way. I don't believe ever made it onto a set list. Of course, Hotter Than Hell is still on a Kiss set list in any given tour or show, but
it's a showstopper.
It is a showstopper. It is definitely so. Let Me Go Rock and Roll. It just made its way back into the set over the last few years.
That's the one where he goes rock and roll.
Rock and roll. Yeah.
All right, Kevin. I just scored points right there.
There you go. All right.
I'm back in the Army.
You did. So that's back in. Yeah. Yeah.
And then the drums.
Yeah, exactly. And the drums just sound so heavy, and I had read that when they heard the record, they went, what happened? Like, it sounds slow, and it was mastered at the wrong speed.
They were all on
supposedly, yeah.
You should never mix your cold gin and Quaaludes.
Right, and Quaaludes.
Ooh, that sounds like a good album name.
You get hotter than hell. You get hotter than hell.
Cold gin and Quaaludes.
It's a mathematic equation.
Comic Book Bob says cold gin. I always liked that song.
It's great.
See,
thank you, Bob.
It's now on the Hotter Than Hell album.
It migrated. Yeah,
in my world, it's made the album.
Exactly.
Kevin's just rolling his eyes like, what
is this? But great. Well, is anybody, Kevin? Do you have a particular song that stands out on Hotter Than Hell?
Oh, without a doubt, Parasite.
Yeah, it's heavy. Yeah, right. Yeah. It's heavy.
Yeah, that's probably I think we talked about it before. Probably the heaviest.
It is, man.
To me, the heaviest song from the original members.
So heavy.
Going Blind is an amazing song.
Great.
Probably my favorite rendition of that is from the Unplugged.
Oh God, good one. I forgot about that. Was great.
Yeah.
And a nice surprise, right? That they pulled that out.
Yeah, for sure. It's a great album. You know, it's probably. I agree with you, Scott. It's probably my favorite out of the first three.
Nice.
Yeah. Strange Ways. We do that.
You guys do that?
Parasite. Yeah, we do Parasite. We do Strange Ways. We do Let Me Go Rock and Roll. Off of
oh my God, do you sing Strange Ways?
Actually, no. Surprisingly enough, the bass player sings it. But however, really? I do sing a couple songs that the bass player is supposed to sing. So
I was gonna say because you have the rasp, you have the Peter rasp, so you could do Strange Ways.
I could sing it, but he does a great job, man.
Nice. Oh, that's great. I bet people go crazy.
Yeah. It's one of those sleeper hits. It's like, oh my.
It is. There you go. And that's what when it was the anniversary, I think I posted it. It's like it's full of these hidden gems.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Hey, Kevin, how many songs do you sing in the set?
Right now I sing 4. I sing obviously Black Diamond. I sing I co-sing on Parasite too because Parasite and the original version of it, it's always Paul and Gene.
Yeah.
So I do co-lead on that. You know, it's just the harmony with
nice.
The bass
the chorus, right?
I sing a Paul song. I sing "Love Her All I Can."
Oh, get out! You guys do that?
Yeah, we do that. And I sing two of the songs off of "Lick It Up." God, right now.
One in a
not
million.
For the Innocent. Not for
okay.
And the one that Eric Carr sang live, where he took the vocals over for Gene, "Young and Wasted."
Nice.
That one as well.
Nice.
So.
Young and Wasted.
Yes. Now we're not so young. Now you have to change the lyrics to "Not So Young."
Not so young and wasted. We got to get revenged on the West Coast.
Too old to be wasted.
Yes.
Too old.
Hey, you guys! I just remembered something. There's a guy named Chester Busby, and he lives in Japan, and he plays in a cover band, and they do blues renditions. He blows sax of Kiss songs.
Oh my God, I've never heard such a thing. Are you serious?
And he's tight friends with one of the top Japanese Kiss cover bands in Japan. So we may score having these guys on the show.
Oh, wow.
We got to at least get Chester on because he's a really entertaining guy in general. If anybody in the chat, you guys are probably going to recognize his name. He's also a big comic book guy, and he runs the Comic Book Fan Speak channel.
Yeah, and the drawn and quartered, the fan drawn and quartered edition.
That's right.
But the thing is, these guys all they sing phonetically. They do the Kiss lyrics phonetically. They can't speak English. So if we had them on, like Chester would be translating for them. It could be fun though.
Chester Busby. Wow.
Chester C. Busby the Third.
Nice.
That's his real name too, actually.
Jazz versions. Wow.
Yeah, that's just an aside. But I think at the very least, we have to figure out, because YouTube, we can't really play music, which is horrible, because it'd be awesome if we could actually, like when we're referencing Kiss songs and stuff, if we could go to those songs, play a little clip from them. Yeah. But
we could probably play sorry, Art.
Oh, no, go ahead.
We could probably play like a really brief
small
clip,
snippet, right?
But like that YouTube system is so like it catches you like right away, so we really have to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, we've been popped. Like,
are you serious?
Yeah, they send you a warning, and it just goes up. Gosh, sometimes not even a minute into it.
Does it just say, "I've had about enough of you"? It just comes up on the screen.
Yeah, it's like why yada.
Like your parents, yeah. I've had about enough of you.
There's a backhand. There's a backhand that shows up on the screen.
A thumbs up, a thumbs down. That backhand.
Oh my God!
Damn! Wow. They don't mess around.
They don't.
Yeah, it sucks.
But what I want to do is at least have some kind of like musical board. And maybe you could help me with that, Scott, where I could push a button and we could do like sound bites, like how it's like
you gotta guess the song,
yeah. How we just did the Paul like whoa.
Sound bites.
I could just push a button and just go whoa.
Oh God.
We need a soundboard for sure.
Yeah, just like little Kiss sounds.
I had a radio show several years ago. I was at Long Beach City College. I had a little show, and I used to use the soundbite for rock and roll part. Just Paul Stanley from Alive, a rock and roll party. And nobody ever knew what it was. Nobody ever knew. Yeah, just that little snippet. Yeah,
off a Destroyer.
Alive. But at the end, if you remember, that's where I actually got it off of the end of Destroyer. Yeah, that weird little thing, because I used to play it sort of in the background when I was reading advertisements or something, and but that always stood out. The rock and roll party.
At the very,
it looks like we're gonna have ourselves a rock and roll. Yeah, nobody ever knew what it was. Yeah.
Or like what's in the live, like a firehouse.
Firehouse, cold juice. Yeah. Our vodka and orange juice.
Yeah.
Right.
Orange juice.
Right. Vodka and orange juice.
However he says it with his Brooklyn or whatever accent.
Yeah, whatever that is.
Yeah. We need to start a Patreon just to fund getting a functioning soundboard.
You know what? It would be awesome too if we could open this show with like, "You wanted the best.
Oh,
you got the best." You know.
Yes.
Scott, Kevin, Art, and Taylor.
Years ago, there was a place called Aaron's Records in LA, and there was a guy that actually put together a CD of just Paul's rants. It was just all his in between song, just all his weird vodka and orange juice. Yeah. Can you really?
Yeah.
Oh God, I'd love to hear some. They're great. They're great. They're songs within themselves. Yeah.
I think we can get away with those.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll be popped for those.
Yeah.
It's probably harder to detect because it's like somebody just speaking. Like, I don't know.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Or like clips from the Phantom of the Park or whatever.
Oh God. You're looking for someone, but it's not kids. It's not kids. Yeah.
And then Ace is cack or gack.
That noise, gack.
Gack.
Oh my God.
I would push that all the time if we had that one.
He's like a bird.
That would be so overused. We'd lose viewers.
Hey, I warned everybody, whoever's listening, that we try to keep it focused, but this thing has a life of its own.
Well, I have an article, if you want me to read it, that kind of talks about Dennis's origin with Kiss.
Oh.
Okay, that would be awesome. Yeah.
Okay.
That will give us a footing for this. So anybody doesn't know, there's a little bit of a controversy between David Wallach and I guess the band of Kiss, but I think it was Gene that in the article that says it didn't go down the way Dennis says it went down.
Yes.
So go ahead, Taylor.
Okay, so this comes from michaelcavassini.com, and that sounds like a weird name to talk about this, but he's a big Kiss fan, and he has like a blog, and this is from an interview that was from 2016, and it was at the NJ Kiss Expo, and he talked to Dennis there. So we could probably get Dennis on the show, because if he was doing stuff in 2016, but he did an interview with him and kind of traced the origins. So he asked, they talk about when he started. So you started working with Kiss prior to designing the cover of Alive. What did you do for them at that time? There's 2 questions here that are going to feed into this origin. So Dennis said he did some advertisements, promotional posters, 1 or 2 of those. I also went to the first album photo session, and Bill Aucoin asked me to help them put on their makeup. Being the art director that I am, I hired someone else to do it. And then they say, one of the things Kiss fans always gripe about is Peter's makeup on the band's first album cover. It's significantly different than what we're used to normally seeing. So Dennis says, Bill said, I'm managing this band. They wear makeup, but they don't put it on very well. We're doing a photo shoot for their first album. Would you come to session and help them put their makeup on? I guess he figured because I'm an artistic guy, I would know how to do it. It was a strange request for me. Being in advertising graphic design, I said, okay, sounds interesting. But then I thought about it. I knew this guy, David Bird, who was an illustrator. He had done Broadway posters, so I figured he'd like this gig. He said, yeah, I went down there with a couple of his assistants. We ended up inventing the look for Peter's makeup, but it wasn't that successful. Nobody liked it. Then he talked about doing the other guy's makeup, and he says, Kiss modified it later. I recently saw an outtake from that first album shoot, and honestly, it was pretty bad. So he's kind of been credited with streamlining their makeup.
Okay.
And I guess their makeup prior to that was more close to the Wicked Lester look. And then when they got in there and kind of art directed it is when they sort of perfected. Oh, there he is.
I was doing the Wicked Lester.
Yeah, so
yeah,
that's
this is Dennis.
There he is.
Yeah,
that's a Dynasty shoot.
Yeah.
So he was in the fold, yeah. So I didn't realize that long. I didn't know that he was okay.
Yeah, he's kind of credited because they said he was the art director for 20 Kiss albums, including studio compilations and live records. He worked with the band from their early days all the way to the mid 1980s.
Okay.
Yeah, so, he wasn't just in and out in the early days. Yeah, it looked like he stayed for a while.
There he is, 79, 80, right there. Yeah.
So he's kind of
you said 20 albums, right?
Yeah, 20 albums, and I guess he's credited with their major art direction and kind of art directing their makeup. David Bird is really hard to find info on because it's an extremely common name, and I guess
Taylor, who are these 2 guys? Is that Dennis and
Dennis?
That David?
Dennis is on the one side with the mustache. I don't know who that other guy is. That could be David,
that's not
but I'm not
Korner,
sure.
Is it?
That's not
No.
Yeah, I don't know who that is actually.
Huh.
But yeah, because I guess David is credited with helping streamline that makeup for the first album just by applying it. But Dennis is credited with kind of like streamlining their actual design and art directing it. But Gene claims that the designs have been theirs from like the very get-go and that nobody else had anything to do with it.
There's an awful lot of pictures.
But that's you can't prove that because, I mean, the makeup was so like I've seen pictures where they didn't even even recently some pictures surfaced of them playing where there's no white face. It's just the design around their eyes. So the makeup wasn't always what it was, and then even Gene's was just like 2 almost like flames around his eyes. Like it wasn't what it is now. It was just like like just little flames or something around his eyes without the white faces. There's lots of pictures out there of them performing with this stuff. Probably, it's that transition, as you said, from Wicked Lester to Kiss. And then, of course, that picture you showed was even pre-Ace, where they were still just the trio.
Yeah.
But, even that makeup, that's like right out of Wicked Lester. That's look at, there's no eye. It's just white face and some stuff around their eyes. But yeah, so I don't know that it was always there. Yeah.
He does say
Bandit music.
Yeah.
He does directly say that David Byrd is the guy. He said he invented Peter's silver nose. I was there and watched. Okay. So he kind of gives him credit for stuff like that. But
all right. Silver nose. Okay.
Peter's got a silver nose right there. I want to see.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Let me see silver nose.
Yeah, I don't really remember.
Was that on that first?
I think it was on that first album, but I don't think that didn't stay, right?
I don't remember seeing the silver nose till Destroyer.
I don't have any pictures here of Peter.
That's Destroyer, but that's when I first noticed the little tip, the little silver tip. I don't know if he was doing it around the time of what would be before that, Dress to Kill, but yeah.
Let me see.
So maybe. I don't know.
It was on Hotter Than Hell.
Oh, does he have the silver? That's on Hotter Than Hell?
Yeah, it's there too.
Oh, wait, I have this. This is early.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
That's early. That's Bandit. There's Paul Stanley.
I can't zoom it into. The resolution is really bad of the photo. But
there's a really funny quote I had where they talked about applying their makeup, and I'm trying to find it right now because one of them talks about how they apply their makeup before shows, and basically that they just kind of stick their hand in white goop and make it happen.
Just make it happen. Pull out with a Q-tip, I think, right? Make the design.
But
did you guys ever put the Kiss makeup on when you were kids?
I did.
Oh, I did.
It's harder than it seems, right?
Yeah.
That white keeps mixing with the black.
Funny thing that those I had the Kiss Your Face makeup kit like a million other kids probably did, and that stuff was like plaster of Paris. Like it hardened on your face and then it cracked. Yeah, it almost came off by itself. It just cracked like a mask.
You don't wash it off. You just kind of chip it off.
It just started flaking. I remember my stepmom going, "Get that crap off your face. It's flaking all over the house."
That's hilarious.
So that was the first Ace Frehley before, right after that shoot, Peter killed him with that knife.
Killed him with a knife. You don't know that. It's alternate Ace. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know who that is. That's not Paul Stanley.
And Paul Stanley's totally different.
Yeah,
I
Bandit.
Yeah, the Bandit.
He was still Stanley Eisen maybe at that point. I don't know. No, he was always Paul Stanley.
Let me see.
And then even Ace's makeup wasn't he didn't have the shiny silvery until a little bit later. It was kind of the flat gray. Yeah.
That's funny.
Still cool.
Yeah, I like it.
Man.
I like the band. I think for the anniversary or for the End of the Road tour, they should Paul should do the Bandit.
Yeah.
Bring back the
Bring it back just for like the end of the show. Yeah, like the last. They should do the set and maybe Eras or something, but do the Bandit. Yeah.
He was probably like, that's high maintenance, man. Just a simple star.
Look at that.
I got the quote for how he applied his makeup from Paul, and he said, "I dipped my fingers into the tub of white goo and started applying it all over my face, leaving some space open around my right eye where the rough outline of the star will be. Once the white is on, I take the pointed end of a beautician's comb, one with a metal point, and sketch the outline of the star freehand around my right eye. It leaves a line through the white makeup. Then with a Q-tip, I clean up the inside of the star. I also clean up the shape of my lips."
Wow. You would think they would have like templates that they just spray that stuff on, right? Like they just have like a template they put over and it's like.
That's funny that you say that because I'm sure, Kevin, you've probably seen that footage of when they were in Australia doing the string thing with I guess what it wound up being Alive 4. And they had those stencils to spray the makeup. They had to do it quick on the band, so they just were spraying them with the stencils. And those guys some of them look like they'd rather be anywhere else. Some of those string orchestra guys, they just did not look happy. They just sprayed. Yeah. It's great though, because just just spraying with a stencil of a star. Or the Peter's is a little more involved, but
just make sure you keep your eyes closed, right?
Yeah, close your eyes, and these guys are, these are classical musicians. They just look like, okay, get this over with.
Classically trained musicians.
Yeah. You're painting. Wait a minute, you're gonna paint a star on my face. That's great. That's great footage.
The guy that plays the kettle drum in the orchestra has more hours logged in than Peter Criss ever did on the drums.
Right.
I can read every note on this sheet.
Good God. Well, you just brought up an interesting question in line with the original lineup of Kiss. Kevin, maybe you'd have something to say about this too. More. Do you think that with the onset of this big goodbye, this end of the road tour, should the original members in fact be part of it?
Oh, I think I know where Kevin's going to answer. Yeah.
No, man, absolutely. I absolutely think they should be part of it. I think everybody who's still living should be part of it.
Vinnie Vincent. Vinnie.
Yeah, Vinnie, Bruce.
Bruce, absolutely.
Yep. And I don't know if that's going to – and see, now, Ace said he'd love to be, but not if you've read or heard any of the recent articles.
Oh, I've kept up, yeah.
Yeah, Ace is saying he's not going to be part of it unless he's in the makeup.
Yeah.
And Tommy's not.
Yeah.
So he's already playing, hardball.
So yeah, that's not going to get you any mileage. Yeah.
I don't know if I want to see that though, because doesn't Ace have a little bit of a gut now?
He's lost a lot of weight. Actually,
he did. He looks like he's in pretty good shape. I saw some pictures this last tour. He looked pretty good. Like he looks like he thinned out, and he looks like he's in good shape.
Yeah, I saw him on a Eddie Trunk interview. And
right.
He has. He's lost a lot of weight, and that leads you to believe too. You wonder if. Then maybe, and Vinnie Vincent's lost a ton of weight too. So
see, I have not seen him since he first kind of resurfaced, and he was so big. But
he's on a show this weekend, and he's in a altered version of the Ankh makeup. He had it trademarked.
Oh,
not
get
the
out!
Not the Ankh makeup, but it's so damn close. It's a cross. It's a gold cross on his forehead.
Get out!
Down his nose. And to look at it, you think it's the Ankh makeup, and it's like, man, this guy. So one of two things: he's going to get a cease and desist, or it's all orchestrated by Paul and Gene.
To just sort of throw it out there, yeah.
Controversy.
Exactly, it's controversy.
Yeah.
Well, I heard maybe it was you, Kevin, that was saying that Vinny's also canceling a lot of those shows.
He did. He canceled a couple shows, and you don't hear about that.
Due to what? Do you know?
Contract.
Just contract
disputes, I guess.
Because he's doing comic conventions too.
He is. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
He's doing comic conventions too.
Yeah, Vinny is. Yeah.
He did. I think one of them he canceled was the Florida MegaCon. I could be wrong, but.
Well, how do they fit that in with him being there?
Because Kiss and comics are like synonymous.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a lot of people like us that like both. And so, gosh, we haven't even got into, maybe we should. Kevin what year was that, Kevin, with the Psycho Circus where you did the Kiss conventions?
Yeah, I did them in the New York Kiss conventions for 2 or 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why don't we go into that? Like,
wow.
Tell us about some of those, and how many had you done, and what does a Kiss convention consist of?
It was actually cool. Now you know how it is when you're a guest at a show, you don't get to see a lot of the show,
Yeah.
But, I could tell you, the 1 year I recall they had Mark St. John as a guest.
Oh, get out!
No.
I should say the late Mark St. John.
Right, yeah. And I actually brought my Kiss Animalize album.
Oh, wow!
I got to meet him. And
nice guy.
Yeah, nice guy. He's nice to me. So. Wow. But no, it's just really they're so similar, man. Everything is so similar to comic conventions. I mean, it's really you got vendors.
Yeah.
You got, people walking around cosplaying.
Of course.
Not just Kiss, but God, you name it, man, everything. And there was a. So you guys are West Coast. I don't know. I mean, Art, you've done a lot of shows, a lot of comic conventions. Did you ever go to a comic convention with a there'd be a guy walking around in a giant banana costume?
I could probably answer yes. I can't recall it, but
Right.
yeah.
Real nice guy. They called him he called himself CC Banana. He was actually a DJ in New York City, and we actually became close friends. He actually killed himself about 10 years ago, and it's one of those things, man. I don't even think it was 10 years ago. He posted some cryptic thing on Facebook, and the next day he was gone. But
did he kill himself in the banana suit?
I don't know that. I don't know that. But he was a real good guy. He was a good friends with Eric Carr too.
Wow.
Yeah. So I got this. When he and I were actually friends, he gave me this. It's like a 4 or 6 cassette set of all interviews that he did with Eric Carr on.
Wow.
And then he had an actual painting done of Eric Carr in the same version as the solo album covers.
Oh, get out!
No, I got to dig that out. I have it somewhere. Maybe I'll snap a picture and I'll
that's
show
cool.
You guys. But no, it was very cool. I don't know why he brought it, but again, going back to the Kiss Expos, they're so similar to comic conventions.
Do they still have them on like a grand scale? Because I was trying to see if there was any like Kiss Expos or anything happening out here, and I couldn't really find any like big ones or like prominent ones, I guess.
There's one in New Jersey in December. I don't think it's by the same. The guy who used to run the New York Expo was I don't know if you remember going back 6 Degrees of Separation, the band Stars.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
Paul Stanley, I think, produced one of those albums.
I know, Ezrin, of course, famously managed Stars.
Yeah.
Bob.
Yes.
Not Bob. Yeah. I'm sorry. Bill Aucoin.
Bill Aucoin. Right. I knew who you meant. He used to run. And right now, his name slips my mind, but he was the promoter for the ones then. He's not
Get
now.
out.
It's not Fred Greenberg.
No. I can't remember. You know what? I'm gonna have to Google right now who the members of Stars were because
I'm talking about the promoter, the Comic-Con promoter.
Oh no. This was all put on by the back in the days, Stars, the band.
Speaking of Stars, do you know who art directed this? Like a couple of the Stars albums, including their self-named album.
Dennis Wallach.
Yeah. There you go.
He actually did that in Violation.
Yeah. Richie Rano. That was the guy.
Richie Rano, okay.
Yeah.
Was he the drummer?
I think he was a guitarist.
Was he the guitarist? Okay.
Yeah.
I just always remember the Stars with the three bass drums and just huge kit. He had the huge kit.
Yeah, Stars with a Z.
Yeah. Attention, all you Kmart shoppers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That was the only song I remember.
I think I saw them open for Angel. Didn't they?
They did do an Angel tour. Yeah.
There's always the Angel connection somewhere.
Casablanca. The Casablanca.
One of the shows I did, Frank Domino.
Oh, get out.
He was at the table next to me.
Get out.
No.
Speaking of
I
Angel.
actually have a photo of myself with him somewhere. Probably that's on my website too. But
what year? What year is that,
one of those
Kevin?
bizarre 96. Maybe?
Okay, so right around the reunion. Okay, yeah.
96, 97, somewhere around there. And that's one of those things like where, because I was pretty hot at the time in comics, especially because I'm at a Kiss show with the Kiss comic, and I got this line going, halfway around the block of tables I was at, and he's sitting there, the poor guy sitting there with nobody. And that's like, there's just something wrong with this world.
Oh,
and
no.
I saw that once before when I was in San Diego, of all places, when I was with Tony Daniel doing Blood Feud, and literally 20 feet away from me, across from me, was Bernie Wrightson.
Oh, man.
And I've got this line, and Bernie's got like next to nobody. And I'm not saying that for any other reason that it's just wrong, that it should be. Because that's, Bernie's a man. Bernie was, he was but it was just like, hot. We had all these kids that were into Spawn, and that's what was hot.
Hey, Kevin, do you remember Frank did have something to sign? I sent you all my my Angel cassettes, and you had him sign them for me.
Wow.
You remember that, Kevin?
I did.
Yeah.
I do not remember that. Are you? Look, I'm gullible. You can tell me anything.
No, I'm pretty sure. I don't know how
Okay.
else I would have got them signed because I've never met the man.
That's probably, you know what? It's probably,
And it's only
Wow.
signed by Frank. Was Barry at one of those shows too?
Oh God, that would be awesome.
I did not see Barry. He was oh my God, he was a monster of a drummer, man.
Barry Brandt,
really good.
one of the most underrated drummers in rock and roll.
Yeah,
he was my favorite growing up.
Now I heard that he was actually Frank Domino's brother. He just went by a different name. I don't.
Are you serious?
That's my bass player is telling me.
I've never heard that.
Those guys are really, really tight.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, even when they put the band back together, it was just those two.
Right.
And they write together too.
This is how rumors start.
Yeah. Oh my God, a guy on Kids Corner just said that Barry Brandt. Yeah. was Frank Domino or his brother. Wow.
Yeah,
I've never. Wow.
Barry,
this guy's always like, we would argue because he's a Kiss fanatic too, and we would argue about Kiss facts, and ultimately the freaking guy's always right and I'm the one who's wrong. So I got to say he's probably not, he's probably not wrong about that. But
wow.
Well, hey, Scott, Barry lives here in Orange County.
In Orange County, I did see that, and that I thought I read that he actually taught.
Yeah,
that he did teach.
Drum
Yeah.
lessons. Yeah. We should look him up.
I've never seen it. It's weird. I mean, I've never known anybody to come across him, or I got to be honest with you, I don't know really. I could count on one hand people that would even know who he was.
If you guys get lessons,
which is sad to me.
If you guys get lessons, I will film it live.
I would just like to meet him. I mean, I don't know where in Orange County, but I know that he does live in Orange County.
Yeah. It's not a huge place. I'm sure we can track him down.
Could track him down.
Yeah.
He's got to go to Whole Foods
at the local. I was going to say he just at Whole Foods. Yeah.
Well, I'll some White Lightning.
Oh God! Even
White Lightning just still to this day.
Under Suspicion. It was just such a big. That was my ultimate play along. I think when I was a kid. Under Suspicion.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's got that kind of Bonham feel.
You talk about, but I know people always talk about this guy who's got the Bonham. That song captured that whole. I mean, that's like the sound of when the levee breaks almost. I mean, that kick, the ring of the kick drum. And actually, I just read because Eddie Leonetti did those. I think he did White Hot, and he might have done Sinful, produced him, and he doesn't have anything to do with rock music. Because I reached out to him. I actually got an email, and he does. I think it's like I forget something weird like World War I music, like just nothing to do with rock and roll. Like it's all chamber music or something weird that he does. Yeah,
that's kind of like Michael James Jackson too.
Right.
He produced probably one of Kiss's heaviest albums.
Right.
He's not a rock. Producer.
Not a rock guy. Yeah.
Right.
But look what he brought. Michael James Jackson.
Hey, Kevin,
features
on the Kiss conventions. Were there a lot of comic books there?
There were some, if I remember correctly, some dealers there, comic book dealers, because I do remember people going right there, to grab comics for me to sign. There was one of the.
I'm thinking just to as market research, how many comic book fans were merging with actual Kiss fans, at this show.
Oh, there had to be tons, man. They go hand in hand. Another guest that was at the show with me, one of the ones I was at was guy from Twisted Sister.
D. Snyder.
D. Snyder. Yeah. Did we talk about this already? I know we talked about it, but I'm not sure if we talked about it online.
Well, it's worth repeating because it's a great story.
I don't think you guys shared the D. Snyder story yet.
I want to hear the D. Snyder story.
Yeah. So again, this is around that same era, and And his son at the time was around 16 years old, and he sat with me at my table for most of the time at the one show that I did. And his father, he goes, my father wants to talk to you. My father wants to talk to you. And it's like, so I go over, and I finally get a chance to go over and talk to him.
Wait, just to back up, did you know that was the son of Dee Snider at the time?
Oh yeah. The kid was made no made no secret about it.
My dad's Dee Snider. As soon as he walks up.
yeah, exactly. And he kept saying his dad wanted to talk to me. So, and then his dad's asking me, because he wanted to get his Strangeland, the movie, he wanted to get it published as a comic book, and he wanted me to present it, to Todd. Or he was trying to get me, and I was like, I just ink for Todd. I'm not, I don't really have that kind of power. I said I can certainly talk to him, which I did. And honestly, I don't even remember what Todd said, but nothing really ever came of it, But I mean, I just thought it was funny that here's this guy who, I've been listening to and watching, and up until this point in my life, never thought in a million years it would be that attainable to sit to have a conversation with a guy, and he's asking me for help. Which was kind of funny. But, at the time it was, just looking back at it.
Did you bring that story back to Todd? Did you ask Todd?
I did, but I don't honestly, I don't remember what Todd said. Obviously, it wasn't probably very positive, since nothing happened about it.
He said, you know what? There's scaled down Kiss. We have Kiss. We don't need Twisted.
Scaled. We don't really need a Twisted.
We don't need Twisted.
You had kind of a Gilbert Godfrey. We don't really need a Twisted system.
If you were bringing Alice Cooper, we would be having a different conversation right now.
Kiss in this hand and Twisted Sister in this hand. In the other hands.
That's from is it Lethal Weapon?
One of the Beverly Hills Cops. If you're looking at this hand, don't look at this hand. Yeah.
Ray Thulu in the chat says, "Man, I wish Strangeland got a sequel."
It was actually a pretty. It was if I remember, it was a pretty good, pretty well done horror movie. It's a pretty sick character.
I don't remember anything about it.
I really don't either. I know
it didn't really do well, I mean, in the theaters and stuff, but it's not a bad movie.
So Kevin, if Dee Snider came up to today and you're at a convention and the same proposition was there, would you go, "Let's do it, Dee," and then you would just draw it yourself?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man, I'd love to. Absolutely.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
You and Dee Snider are talking over the phone. No. The head comes off the left to the right, not the right to the left. What are you thinking, Kevin?
Man.
Snider every night.
It's really bizarre when you're doing this kind of business and you're doing the kind of stuff you're doing. I actually had a conversation with Glenn Danzig once.
Mother.
It lasted like 5 minutes because he wanted. He had that character kind of reminded me of that character from Chaos, some chick with wings, bat wings and stuff like that. It was all demonic, adult oriented.
Devil Man.
Wait, this was when he had his own publishing company. When he had some of the presented stuff, right? He had the.
Wait a minute. He had a publishing company.
Yeah.
Wow.
What were they called, Kevin?
What's that?
What was the publishing company called? Do you remember?
I don't recall right now.
It was some esoteric, weird name.
It was.
Right?
It had something horror themed or something like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe Skull was in it. I don't know. But, But I remember it was just a real short conversation, and he wanted me to work with him. And he actually wanted me to pencil for him, and he wanted it in. There was another guy who wanted to keep the artwork, and I said, if you want the artwork, you're gonna have to pay for it. And he was kind of like the same thing. I don't pay for it. It'll be part of the deal, and so it never materialized.
Glenn did a Gene Simmons on you, man.
Yeah,
he did. That's how he did a Gene Simmons.
But only Glenn Danzig isn't Gene Simmons, so.
Glenn did a Gene.
Art, did you meet him before too?
Yeah, it was awesome because my daughter likes all that stuff, and so we're at God, what was it? I think it's WonderCon here in Anaheim, and so I just walked up to him, my wife and I, and Glenn Danzig is okay. Like the music is, I don't go crazy about it or anything.
This isn't Danzig Corner. You can you can be as opinionated as you want.
and so I'm talking to him. He's being very, very cool. He's like, yeah, art. Like he knows comic book people. He knows all that stuff. So we're just having a really great chat. And so I just told my wife, I said, since it was going well and he had time to talk, I said, you got to get Amanda in here. So Amanda was with her friend. They were walking around. They don't want to hang out with my wife and I. And so she gets over there. She comes. My wife calls her. She comes over. And so then Glenn draws, like he's just talking to her. He's really sweet to her. And then he draws like this drawing of like this skull with like hair like combed over in the front, like one of the Misfits characters.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she still has it on her wall.
That's awesome.
So then he's like, I'm playing at gosh, what is it, Scott? It used to be Irvine Meadows. What is it?
Oh, the Verizon
Wireless.
Yeah.
And now it's something else again. That place.
It's the 5 point, but it moved. It's gone. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
And so he's like, I'm playing like this weekend or something like that. Would you, like to come and be my guest, whatever? And so they're like, sure. So he was doing Glenn Danzig songs and like Misfit
stuff. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So he had his guitar player, the guy that had that comb over. What's that guy's name? My daughter would know, but he came out and they did Misfits songs. And then I realized that Glenn Danzig has like two essential things, like the Misfits and the Danzig band has like great branding. Like those are really, really strong. Yeah. Misfits one, which was just kind of, I don't know if it's plagiarized, but it's taken from a movie, I think.
A poster, right?
Is it a poster?
Well, the logo too is Famous Monsters font.
It's a great logo.
Yeah, but it's just kind of like a stripped down, like just a graphic version of like that guy's face, with
almost like a stencil or something of it.
Yeah. And then Danzig's got that character with the horns, and then just the way the Danzig logo, like his name is spelled. It's pretty cool branding because it works when you're in the crowd and then you see that stuff and you see the crowd react to just like those logos.
Yeah.
Then it's great branding. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of branding,
he's a great guy, and I felt this is just my little. I don't know. I just feel I have to tell this story. This is little things I'm entertained by. He's got a little balding spot. Glenn does in the back of his head, like the little crown area.
Yeah.
And so you can't really tell, like just in normal lighting. But when he would flip around and that stage lighting would hit that,
Oh, no.
Yeah, it would bounce off whatever color the light was. So
he's like
oh, no.
He's like an old lion.
He's like an
But I'll tell you, man, it was like a 3-hour set, and that guy, about midway, because they did there was no opening act. And so, and that guy's voice was gone by about like the midway point, an hour and a half. But you know what? There's guys, and you guys will appreciate this because we're all musicians, that they have a dig down. Like they can find
pull it out.
Something within them, yeah. And you know what? He was running on nothing. Like he had nothing to give. But you know what? I'll be damned, man. He still pulled it out, and his voice was still. It wasn't quite what it was the first half of the set.
Oh, no.
But if you weren't paying attention, you would just, it was still there. It was strong enough that he could finish the set, and you felt like you were getting your money's worth. So that showed me a lot that guy. That's why these guys are doing this. They have that dig down. They have that professional like attitude. Yeah. Even if they don't have their instrument, their voice, they're still gonna nail the show. And he did, man. It was a great show.
Wow.
Do you think he still owns those comic properties? Does he still do comic shows?
he owns the ones he created, but he was also licensing the Frazetta
Death Dealer, right?
Yeah.
Wait,
So I don't think he has
Frank
that.
Frazetta stuff?
Yeah.
Wow.
So he did comic book versions of some of the paintings, and the only one I remember, Kevin worked for him, so he probably remembers more. But it was just the Death Dealer stuff, wasn't it, Kevin?
Yeah, I did not work for him. It never came to fruition because he didn't like. I didn't like the deal. But
he gave you the death deal.
He gave you the
death. I want to say it was just Death Dealer, but I don't recall.
Death Dealer.
Yeah, because my friend
Verotic. It was play on erotic.
Yeah, or Verotic. Yeah. Press or whatever it was. Yeah. Yeah, because I think my friend Mark Pasella did a lot of work for him in the day, and I think Panosian did as well. Dan Panosian.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Didn't because he made Devilman, right?
Devilman.
That was like his main thing.
Wasn't Devilman? That was what's his name? God, Rob Zombie. Wasn't that Rob Zombie?
Oh, you know what? I don't know. I'm looking up right now to see his list of titles. So they did A Taste of Cherry.
That doesn't sound like Glenn.
These are all the titles that came from
A Taste of Cherry.
From Verotic. That's how it's pronounced. Let's see. A Taste of Cherry, Akuma Shi, Albino, Spider of Dejet, Dark Horror of Morella, featuring art by Tim Vigil, Darker Horror of Morella, Death Dealer, art by Liam Sharp, J Rouge, Goth, spelled G.O. It's like an acronym. Grub Girl, which might be my favorite.
That's your favorite.
Egret, Inquisitor,
like water or so.
Egret, Inquisitor, Jaguar God, Satanica, which is the one that had the cartoon. That was that devil-looking girl. I remember he did the theme song or something for it. I don't remember.
Is that the one that they tried to get you to do, Kevin? Was that?
I can't remember.
You said a week. Demon, so
yeah.
Satanica.
If anybody remembers, like, there's a song floating around, which is like Satanica, like a million times. It's not him singing it, I don't think.
Yeah, but that sounds like a Glenn Danzig song.
Yeah.
Shin Devilman, Sunglasses After Dark, Venus.
That sounds almost humorous.
Yes.
It sounds like an 80s new wave song.
Venus Domina. And Verotica, and
what?
I knew there was an Audica in there. Yeah, Verotica.
Yeah, there's Satanica and Verotica.
Okay.
Verotic World, and wait for it, Wingbird.
Wingbird.
Some of those sound too normal.
Yeah, they do. They don't really fit the theme.
That sounds like it's like an Americana. It's like about a bald eagle or something.
Americana. Wingbird.
It's Glenn Danzig's attempt to tug at
to break into that market. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I got to get into that market.
You got to diversify.
Satanica had really cool covers, but yeah, it had an anime of all things.
Wow.
Yeah. Do you guys remember that film clip where that guy just like bitch slaps Glenn and he goes down?
What is that from?
Are they standing backstage or something like in a hall? I have seen that.
Yeah, and like Glenn's like, I guess they're talking crap, and then that guy just like smacks him. Was it a wrestler?
I think it was. I've seen that, and it's somebody shooting it. I mean, I don't know if there were even phones at that time, but it's like kind of grainy, and they're like in a hallway backstage or something.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. By the way, if you guys want to treat, if you have a chance to look up Satanica, Frank Frazetta did a cover and Simon Bisley did a cover. He got some good people to do Satanica covers.
Yeah. Yeah, there were some. Well, Liam Sharp is a great artist. Tim Vigil. Those guys are A-list.
Yeah, so he got some good people to work on at least the Satanica title.
And he almost got Kevin.
That's why the company's no longer doing all that well.
Yeah.
Almost.
If they only would have got Kevin, then they'd still be alive and well. Glenn wouldn't have to be doing 3-hour sets. Damn
funny.
it, Kevin!
Damn you!
He's always like, he goes to every one of your revenge shows.
Conrad.
Conrad!
Conrad.
You're his arch nemesis.
What would you guys like to hear? Bringing it full circle, I found an article. My phone crashed earlier, so I was trying to scramble to get this stuff back. But I have an article that cites where you guys probably all know this, but maybe the chat doesn't. Where each member of the band cited where they got their idea for the makeup.
Okay.
I would like to hear that.
All right, so the first one, Gene Simmons, he said he was inspired not only by the Devil in the Night on Bald Mountain segment of Disney's Fantasia, but also by the costume of Black Bolt, leader of the Marvel Comics Inhumans.
Ooh, that's the cape.
I remember that. Yeah.
I don't see the resemblance with Black Bolt's mask, though.
Oh, not the mask.
I don't think it's a mask.
Doesn't Black Bolt have the little cape under his arms?
Oh, he does.
did.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, Black Bolt, I guess, is his favorite Marvel character. Fun fact.
Wait a minute. Didn't one of them have a Bolt design? Was it Ace or did...
Ace. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And Paul said he originally wore a black and silver mask like the Lone Ranger, but opted for the black star over the right eye and the cherry red lipstick last minute. And he said because he was a romantic at heart and it fit him perfectly.
Okay.
Peter
that
Chris
rose tattoo on his arm. I never forgot that as a kid. I was like, that's weird. I'm not down with that.
Peter Chris believed he lived the 9 lives of a cat, so it was an easy choice. And and Ace's makeup probably seems like it changed the least. It kind of looks the same.
Yeah. Yeah, it did.
Ace was always believed to be from outer space with a distant look and mismatched sneakers. The silver and black was his design. Let's see. When it came time for other members to step in, the makeup was selected the same sort of way. Eric Carr first tried a makeup design to match a hawk.
Yeah.
But with his hastily put together costume, he said he looked like Big Bird.
It's a chicken,
So,
It looked awful.
There's a shot of that? There's pictures. Oh,
yeah, I'll find it. I actually have it. It's horrible. Yeah,
so he kind of moved from the yellow orange to more of a brownish, and then he kind of streamlined that fox design, which I like the fox.
Yeah,
it's a great design.
I think it look cool.
It's really simple. And then there's of course Vinny, and Vinny said there was little time for development on a makeup idea for Vinnie Vincent, and the Egyptian Ankh was actually Paul's design.
Yeah,
so he gives that one to Paul.
Okay.
And he went to try to copyright it. he openly admits that it's Paul, but is like, yeah, I want the copyright.
Well, yeah. But I guess like Mark St. John and like Bruce, they weren't given the choice of wearing makeup. So.
No.
So that's their origins.
Poor Bruce.
Poor Bruce.
He doesn't have an action figure now.
Aww.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of action figures, our first time I was on, and we were talking about the action figures.
Oh yeah, the Migos.
The Migos. I didn't realize you were talking because they re-released those.
They did.
Right.
No, they did. Yeah.
Are those the giant ones?
No,
they're huge,
those
right?
Were like they're like 11, 12 inches high. When we were talking about how big they were, I thought you guys were talking about the other ones that were put out. There was
like
2 different companies. One, Spencer's had put out some really cool ones from the Destroyer, and they were probably 18 to 24 inches high.
They're big. Yeah, they were big.
Yeah, those were huge, and that was not Mego though. That was
another company.
Okay.
But, that's what I thought. The Mego ones looked better, right?
Yeah,
those big, huge...
no.
Oh, really?
They were really poorly put together. Yeah, they were really cheesy. Yeah.
I remember one of them looked kind of bad, so it was the Mego one, not the
giant,
ones.
The Mego ones were clearly, they had a surplus of some other doll, and they said, you know what? Let's just slap some foil, get some chains. Chains and paint the face.
It's a Barbie head on a He-Man body.
They're really cheesy. Yeah,
it was probably a Ken doll or something.
Exactly, or something. You could tell it's clearly another doll.
Yeah.
Let's jump on this thing. And then the McFarlane ones, right? The McFarlane ones were a couple inches. They were small.
Yeah, they were 6 inches, but he did do some. I don't know if he did all of them, but I know he did a Gene Simmons that was about 12 inches.
Okay.
Which
the
really
smaller
cool.
the smaller ones were based on the Psycho Circus,
Yes.
right?
Right. Well, yeah, there was a Psycho Circus base. He had a Creatures of the Night.
Oh, I didn't
Get out. I didn't know that.
Oh, absolutely. With Eric Carr. They used this, and it had the stage, but he used the same stage as the Kiss Alive figures that he did too.
I did not know that.
You know, right now Kevin's looking over at his bookshelf, and he has all.
Yeah,
he's got.
I have them, but I don't have them. I don't have them out. But they're cool. I've got the Kiss Alive ones. You know that are. They mimic the cover, you know, the same pose.
Oh, get out. The pose. Oh, nice.
Yeah. And Creatures of the Night are really cool, too. It's one of the few, you know, there was two. I mean, they came with the set, you know, like with all four members with Eric. And then I've got Eric Carr. My buddy in the band, Dave, you know, plays Paul Stanley. He actually he found it online for me. And it's a McFarlane action figure, and it's Eric Carr all by himself. Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah, very cool.
I wish they made creatures with the eyes that glow like the cover.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. And you wind them up, and they actually walk towards you. Just like the
like those old Japanese wind up.
Oh, that'd be so cool.
Those are cool.
Actually, the Gene Simmons one would be the best, like that.
It just walks towards you real slow. Yeah,
the tongue comes out.
Frankenstein.
Yeah, the tongue.
Or you know, like remember they had those little sparks, like the sparks could come out of his mouth.
That'd be awesome. Next time we need to do a live toy review. Everybody get an old Kiss toy.
I wish.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
I wish. I didn't have them all, though. I never got all the Migos. I just had Gene and Paul.
I had them.
Did you have them all?
I had the four. I got them all at Two Guys when I was a teenager.
Two Guys. Oh, yeah.
I ended up swapping them, man. I ended up trading them for
Stars action figures.
Bootleg VHS tapes, which
the D. Snyder action.
Yeah,
we're not going to take it.
Those things are worth a lot of money now.
Oh God! And pristine. Oh, you kidding? Yeah, pristine condition.
Oh, wait! I was doing my sound effects. Which one's worth a lot of money?
The original Migos.
Yeah.
Really are not. Yeah, they're not much to look at, but they're.
When did those come out?
Well, around the time of Love Gun, right?
Yeah, 76, somewhere around there. Yeah.
So were those in those coffin boxes with the transparent windows, like the superhero ones? Were they in the same kind of packaging?
It did have a transparent window because you could see the figure. I remember getting the box.
Like if I remember correctly, flat back with the blister pack.
Oh, they were on the blister pack. Okay, they weren't the coffin boxes. Okay.
Oh God. Look, Paul can fly. Because you just start, after a while, you're just throwing them all over the place. Who knew, right?
Make up your own storylines. Yeah.
Look, he swims. Yeah, and all the shit comes off. All the stuff.
The hair gets all matted up.
Look, yeah.
Now it's more realistic.
Yeah, now it's more real. Yeah,
they all start looking like Gene Simmons after a while.
Look.
That hair all teased up.
I used to like the McFarlane toys packaging because they were so industrial and hard to get out. Like you could stack them and display them because whenever you bought those figures, it was always like, oh, you don't take them out of the box. They're collectibles, but the boxes are actually pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Because they were all clear and molded, so you could kind of stack them and stuff.
Because they displayed too. They were like a display of the action figure and all the accessories. I used to have at the old studio, I had a wall of action figures, like the McFarlane stuff. So I just put a pin, like a stick pin, and then I would just hang them on that. So I had a whole wall of the action figures.
Because they have the little hanger on top, right? So you could just kind of.
Yeah,
they're perfect for display. They really are now that you mention it, they are more like statuettes than they're not really posable or anything.
Yeah,
they are. They're articulated, but not all that great.
Yeah.
Hey Taylor, should we use this as a segue?
Of course.
Go for it.
So, you guys, this is kind of breaking news for the chat, but Art's been talking to a friend. I don't know if we can name drop him yet, but there might be in the near future some black and white statuettes. There's a 3D, I guess a 3D artist who does modeling and stuff. And he was talking about possibly doing some black and white stuff, and it sounds pretty cool. So maybe we should do a separate video on that at some point and showcase some of those models
Very
and stuff
cool.
when they become more complete.
Hey, congratulations.
Yeah, I was on the phone.
That's exciting.
He does special effects. He did a lot of stuff for Star Trek, and he did a lot of stuff for a Sideshow. That's
Oh wow,
that's a collectible like statue. Yeah, company.
They're the ones that did those 2-foot Kiss figures, Sideshow Collectibles.
And you guys check it out. I think his Twitter handle is Model316, and you can see some of his stuff up there. And I saw a prototype. It was still work in progress of White. Last night he showed it to me, and it's pretty badass. And so we were talking about possibly doing the figure of it's kind of, he can do the dinoramas too, so it'll be cover for issue 1. So where Reed's standing kind of 1 foot kind of in the busted canopy of the robot with his guns drawn, and then Whitney's leaping forward off of the robot. So they can kind of, you know how they do these little wire things, so they can do like the character like they're leaping, so they can do
that's so cool.
Little wire in, I guess, those metal like pins or whatever, and so they can have her like she's leaping off the base, which would be that, that robot. So
it's the modern costumes then.
Yeah, it'll be the I never even thought about we could do the retro costumes too.
Ooh, we could do retro and modern edition.
94. So and then he was saying they could do action figures too, so all I could think of is like the Mego like Mego versions of like
Mego. I love it.
Oh my gosh, I would love like if we could make packaging and make it look like one of those old school. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, do like the old Mego like coffin boxes, and and then make
Whitney Song.
Whitney Song, aka
White.
Mego.
Yeah, doing those mock Mego logos. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Can do a vintage toy ad where some little girl's just like making her beat up a Barbie. It's just like I'll get my revenge, Chang. Just like kicks it over.
We should do. Oh my god, I just want to make so much money because I just want to do stupid things. Like that would bring me more pleasure than a lot of things in life. Like just doing really stupid. Like let's do a mock commercial with the action figures.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh, that's my new life goal.
Some little girl with her Whitney Song, aka White action figure, beating up a Barbie.
She's wearing one of those little like it's like made out of paper, like a little like the helmet armor. Holding the doll.
Punches Barbie laser up. And then Ken comes out of the dream house, and then Reed just steps in, aka Black, and just says, "You don't want to get involved. Let the girls cat fight."
We need a narrator with an extreme voice just to be like, with karate chop action.
God. Good Lord.
Whitney goes ballistic.
Oh man, real talk though, like a 3D model of like one of the robots, that would be cool.
Yeah. So
nice.
Yeah, he's going to do an Indiegogo to try to.
That's exciting.
Yeah, to get these 3D printers, and so me and a couple other creators that own their own properties are going to lend a hand and let him use our license to sell his campaign. So
nice.
That's kind of it's going to be a little bit of a give and get situation, like a favor situation. So once he gets his 3D printers, then he can start printing our either action figures or the statues. So
I don't think that's a bad deal. Those printers can be expensive, and I think that's a pretty cool exchange. I definitely support that Indiegogo.
Yeah, I think the Indiegogo goes up next week. So everybody that's listening, I'll give you all that information when Model 316 gives it to me. So
yeah, stay tuned. Maybe we can do a video if he's cool with it, and if you're cool with it, Art, we can do a video showing off some of those models, and maybe we could even get him on the show or something.
Yeah, definitely. I think he'd be open to that. So thanks, Scott. Thanks, Kevin, for letting me.
No, absolutely.
There, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations. That's big news.
Yeah, I'm crossing my fingers that he can get funded so he can get those 3D printers.
Yes,
Very cool.
absolutely.
Yeah.
The chat is digging it.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, you guys want to wrap this? Do you have any more?
We could wrap, and then I was gonna say yesterday was a sort of another anniversary, Kiss anniversary. It was the 40th anniversary of the photo shoot for what became Dress to Kill. So the famous Suits photo was taken 40 years ago yesterday by Mr. Bob Gruen, famous rock photographer. Of course, shot the famous photo of John Lennon with the "I Love New York" shirt on, and yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't want to. What do we got? Oh yeah, it is 40. Wait, this is 2018, right? So
Yes.
that would be 78. That wouldn't work out.
No, Dress to Kill is 74.
74. That's my point. You said 40
Oh,
years.
wait a minute. That doesn't make sense.
No.
I'm actually looking at this.
Math.
Battle
Right.
of the
Yeah,
Kissorians.
That's like 40.
It is,
That's like
no.
45, maybe 45 years. Isn't that
Oh, you know what? You're right. This is actually it is dated.
Oh, it's an older article.
It is I didn't realize it is an older article.
sick? Yeah.
That makes sense. Well, thank
73.
you, Kevin, for bringing that. Well, thank you. Yeah, it is. It actually,
sorry, man. I didn't mean to call you out.
No, I just saw it. But it was the 26th. But it was
Yeah.
the 20, a few years ago. Okay.
So then
they're 45 years in now.
years.
Yeah. That's
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
When I saw that cover, I was like, it was so surreal. Like it's strangely like normal, but weird by Kiss fan standards, right? Like when you saw that, you're like, wait a minute.
In regular clothes.
They're in suits.
It's like seeing the back of...
What's that, Scott?
Oh, he cut out.
Uh-oh. We lost Scott. He got too excited. Yeah, but they're on the street, and I think they're all kind of in normal poses except for Gene. Like Gene's got his leg cocked up, and he's like doing that like demon thing with his hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool cover though, man. They actually wore a suit on one of the Kiss cruises. They wore the similar Dress to Kill outfits, for one of the live shows. Hello?
Oh
no, we lost Scott full on.
Yeah.
Wait, did they, Kevin? They actually played a set?
Yeah, they played a set. They played the show on one of the Kiss cruises. I don't know if it was last year or the year before, but it wasn't all that long ago. Yeah. They all played in suits, pinstripe suits.
I'll tell you, just, Kevin, what we do is we're artists, but we also market ourselves. So we kind of pay attention to marketing and branding.
There it is.
Hey, Scott, are you back?
Sorry, it just, my computer, I hit something by mistake. I leaned on something. I lost you for a second. Sorry.
It's okay. It keeps in theme with our shows.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Okay, time out for Scott. Wait, he's already been on a timeout.
I'm back.
He's already been on a timeout.
So Dress to Kill 5.
Well, wait. Kevin brought up something. I don't know if you heard, but Kevin said that they had done a show or shows with the suits, the Dress to Kill, like
that would have been so cool. Yeah. Where did
was
they
the Kiss
do
cruise?
That?
They did it on the Kiss cruise either last year or the year before. I don't.
And they did it in the suits.
Yep, they did it in the suits.
Oh, because I saw the shoots for the Tommy Hilfiger. They did the in the suits, and I even posted on Facebook like, do a tour in the suits to commemorate the, Dress to Kill. And I didn't know that. I've never seen shots of that.
Yeah. I think.
Oh my God. Well, in line with that, those cruises have been the place to go if you want to hear, like, really, obscure. Because I've seen footage of them doing like Almost Human, on those on the Kiss cruise. Yeah. Like, if you want to hear that set list that you don't hear on a tour, those have become kind of the place where they did. They did not too long ago. Didn't they do Alive in its entirety on one of them? And
yeah, and one of those things. I thought that might have been a tour on land where they.
I saw it on land. Actually, I saw that in Tahoe for the anniversary of Alive. But they threw, of course, there was other stuff in there too. They kicked off the show with other things and then went into we're going to do Alive in its entirety.
Right.
Oh my gosh! I wonder how much that would cost. That that's thousands of dollars.
You know, just do the whole thing with this. Yeah, the candles and the whole deal. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
to go on
guys.
the cruise and everything. Yeah.
Oh God, I don't know.
It was 2014 Kiss Cruise.
They
Entire
did that.
second indoor show, all in suits.
Oh,
It's all on YouTube. It's all on YouTube.
I would love. I've never seen shots of that. I would love to see
Yeah.
that. Wow, and now I can.
Yeah.
Right? And now you can. Nothing's
And you
stopping
can
you.
too, chat.
And you can too. Yeah,
Yeah.
nothing's stopping you.
Yeah, Kevin and I were just talking about there's never been a band or anyone who's branded themselves as well as this
Oh
as
God,
Kiss. Yeah.
no.
That's for
Except Ambrosia. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Come on.
And
Hey,
And of course
hey.
the Bee Gees.
I love Ambrosia. Everybody loves Ambrosia.
You know, I'm looking at my little icon with that crazy smile, which, by the way, I never unlocked myself from that. How do I unlock myself, Taylor? Everybody's looking at myself.
Click your name again,
Okay.
and then you should be off.
Okay, there's Scott. Yeah, okay.
We should do a version of it that where you have Kiss makeup on.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or this Halloween. But I was just looking at the mouth. I'm like, I could be one of the Bee Gees.
You could be
Yeah,
Barry.
the
You
big-
got the
the
Barry
big
with the
teeth.
beard.
The big teeth and everything.
You're Barry. Okay.
And the small squinty eyes. Yeah.
His wee beady eyes.
It's way
Right?
big eyes.
With his wee beady eyes.
Yeah, basically just give me a long hair, shave my eyebrows, and take off the glasses. I'm a Bee Gee. I'm Art Gibb. I'm
Art Gibb.
Arthur Gibb.
Ooh, that sounds like a
Arthur
legit
Gibb.
musician name.
I think they
Gibb.
need new recruits, don't they?
There's only one left.
There's only one left.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's one left. Barry's the only one left.
Even the
Oh, yeah.
one that had the solo career, the other brother, that guy's gone too, right?
Andy too, the other brother, Andy. Yeah, he died first.
Yeah, he was
Final
the
BG.
The
He
youngest
was
one
the
died.
youngest. literally died. Yeah, he got a second chance and he blew that.
Oh man.
And then,
Yeah.
and then weren't you like, okay, I know we're going off a tangent, but wasn't it weird like that those two were supposed to be twins, but one was bald and one had hair?
They look anything alike. The two
I
twins.
know.
Yeah.
What the hell? Like, other than like they sort of look like about the same size and everything. But you're
No.
like, wait a minute, how did one
Wait.
lose his hair and the other one has all this hair?
Wait, you guys are
That
twins?
sucks. I'd be really mad if I was the hairless twin. I'd be like,
The
this is
hairless
kind of
twin.
messed up.
That's the new title for Glenn Danzig.
Hairless
Hairless
twin.
twin.
The hairless
It's a
twin.
new character. Yeah.
Kevin, you're gonna get a call from Glenn Danzig to draw a hairless twin.
yeah, right.
He'll just show up. Thibert, right? Damn you.
This will be a
Damn you,
combination
Thibert.
of the Kiss Corner guys. I want you to do hairless twin.
Damn you, Thibert.
T-Bear.
T-Bear.
Tell the artist to walk my way.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, what was that guy? That Phantasm? Boy.
Oh, yeah.
It's your turn, boy. Or well, yeah, the big mortician guy.
Yeah, that looked like Richard
Boy.
Nixon with longer hair.
Boy.
Man, I'm on fire with all these.
You are with all these. Yeah. Well, you're pulling them out today.
Getting
Yeah.
spicy.
The references. Wow.
Glenn is like the
Jeez.
exact opposite of that guy, though, because isn't he like super short and stocky?
Yeah. You know, I just got this vibe that like I feel like whenever Kiss Corner gets to this point, we're always like somehow torturing Kevin.
No.
Nick in the chat says, in a world where your twin got all the hair, justice can only be black and white.
Can only be the Bee Gees. Can only be Rogaine.
You know, oh,
Oh gosh.
it can only be Rogaine.
Yeah, there you go.
No.
No.
Oh,
No.
well. No.
Gosh.
Oh, well. Well, what is everybody doing for Halloween?
Yeah, what are you doing, Scott?
Nothing. I gotta work. Yeah. Gotta work doing some event on the where I do the AV, and that's it till probably 10:30 or something.
So do you get to watch everybody else have a good time?
Have a great time and dress up, and they're doing something. I don't know what it is. It's there's a band or something, I think. Yeah, so
Kiss
that's
Revenge.
it. They're gonna do it's revenge.
Wait a minute, Kevin's got to be doing a show.
Yeah, Kevin, you guys have to be playing.
We're not. We're
No?
playing out next weekend.
Oh man, it should be Creatures in its entirety on Halloween.
Yes. Oh my god, that would be so cool.
That would be cool.
Man, if you
Creatures.
did that and just have everybody like a costume, like everybody at the club dresses up, and then you have a costume contest. Man, you film that, you would get some hits.
In its entirety.
That'd be awesome.
Creatures.
Yeah.
And then do some stuff off of Killers. Do like Down on Your Knees and
yeah, man, I did not like any of those songs off.
You didn't like even like Nowhere to Run or
Nowhere to Run was okay, but and I was surprised that those were produced by Michael James Jackson too.
I know. They sound so
totally
different.
Feel, yeah.
But like Down on Your Knees, even Nowhere to Run it almost sounds like Paul Stanley stuff that just didn't make it on his record with the acoustic guitar, with the acoustic and stuff. You can hear it's so prominent in the mix.
Yeah.
But no, Killers.
Yeah.
No.
So what are you gonna do, Kevin?
I got nothing planned tonight. There are a couple Halloween parties going around locally.
Okay.
And stuff. It's so miserable out though. It's almost snowing. It's so cold. It's
God.
a heavy cold rain out here. It's like 34 degrees. Yeah.
Taylor, what about you? What are you doing?
I am taking my little brother out early. We're going to go to Knott's Scary Farm and then go to a couple other places.
Nice.
My brother and I have like a really wide age difference. So we have like a 15-year age difference.
Wow.
I think it might be 16 actually. So he's only 12. So I am going to be taking him out to a couple places. We're getting an early start, and then I'll enjoy being mistaken for his mother the entirety of the night.
No.
What about you, Art?
Wow. Yeah, Art, what are you guys? What's the fam doing?
Yeah, I have a ton of eggs out in the garage right now. And they're all getting really, really rancid. And I'm gonna put a sheet over my head with little black holes, and I'm just gonna egg the crap out of my neighborhood.
Why is the Thibert house the only one that didn't?
Yeah.
I'm gonna knock over all their pumpkins and egg their houses. Yeah. My plan. And then I'm gonna run away giggling like a
little schoolgirl, just
No, I think like a witch. Yeah, like
okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then
sounds like a good time.
I'll probably pull a muscle or like twist my ankle because I'm old.
And beg someone to help you.
Yeah,
I've changed. Yeah,
the people I just egged.
Yeah, exactly. Please,
man down.
Please,
vandal down.
I've changed my way. Yeah.
Ooh, another good album name.
Vandal down. Oh shit.
All right.
Well, I want to get this plug in. Okay, anybody who's listening who's a Kiss fan, and you are a concert or convention promoter, probably more like comic convention promoter, you have to get Kevin and his band Revenge to the West Coast. You have.
Yes.
Oh, that would be so
That's
cool.
it. Revenge West Coast.
Please. I mean, before
Revenge.
I leave this mortal plane, I have to see Revenge play.
Revenge West Coast.
Bonus points for a Halloween West Coast show.
Oh, geez.
Oh, that would be so cool.
Yeah. Ooh, not Scary Farm.
Yes.
Yeah.
That'd be the perfect venue.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Let's make this happen.
You can play the Cloud9. That was the old TKO.
Is that even still there? Is that even a thing? That place?
I think it is. I think Cloud9 is still. It's been years since they've been to Knott's Berry Farm, but yeah, they had good acoustics.
Yeah, it was big.
Good, yeah.
That'd be so cool.
Revenge West Coast.
Oh, man.
Do it.
Elvira's show is gone now, so they need something to fill.
Well, they have that open amphitheater there too, where they do the Elvira show. Yeah.
Yeah. So could happen.
Cool.
Pretty cool.
Well, Kevin, we got to make
it happen, Art. Make it happen.
Talk to some people.
Very cool.
My people gotta make that cheddar.
Gotta make that cheddar.
Make the cheddar for Revenge. My gosh, that would be so ideal. So yeah, so also anything you guys want to bring, because I'm going to talk to Chester, and we may do have a guest, Chester, coming in to talk about his blues Kiss band.
That is so great.
Some music recorded. So I wonder how if it's not the actual version, Taylor, and it's like a blues version, will it even register as a Kiss song?
No, I think it'll be okay because it's like an automatic system. It's not even a person reporting. So if he plays us the sound, I don't think it's going to get picked up. So we should be good with covers and stuff.
Okay. Wow. And then we'll get, he said the name of the Japanese Kiss cover band.
I forget what it was.
But at the very least, we'll get some recordings. And I guess maybe if we just play a couple minutes at a time or a minute at a time.
You can get away with it.
Yeah, we'll get away with it. Because I just want to hear those guys singing phonetically. What was
Me
that?
too.
What was that Japanese band? They were like all metal.
Loudness.
Yeah.
They're great.
Yeah, they were awesome.
Yeah. My brother actually just went and saw them, minus the drummer, because I think he passed away, the original drummer. But he said they're phenomenal.
They're still around?
Yeah, they just played.
Oh,
I want to say the House of Blues, in Anaheim, the new one. They came through town. I didn't know until he told me either.
Wait a minute. Where's the new House of Blues in Anaheim?
It's right at the Garden Walk. They reopened it. I've been there. It's actually really, really nice.
Thank goodness. When they tore that one out of the Disney Walk, I was like, the acoustics in that building were pretty amazing.
Yeah. This one's great. It is. It's nice.
Is it about the same size?
It is about the same size. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's nice. But yeah, he's went and saw them. I think that's where it was. I think. But he said they were just, they were really good.
Yeah, I saw Steel Panther there. You talk about the show. Man.
That's a show.
I like Kevin's just like,
No, they're great. They're raunchy as hell, man. It's funny. It's good. Hey, you know what? Bands like that keep the 80s music
That's
alive.
true. So. That is true. If anything, that right there.
Well, that one guitar player, didn't he go on? He went on tour was it the Sam and Dave tour where he played with David Lee Roth?
Oh, really? Russ Parrish?
He did all the Eddie Van Halen stuff. He did.
Well, I know that, yeah, well, he was in Atomic Punks. I saw Atomic Punks with him, and then he toured with Fight, Rob Halford's band for I don't know, a couple of tours that they did do, but he's amazing.
I know that
Parrish.
guy.
Yeah.
That guy has the pedigree. That guy has the credits, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Ross
then
Parrish.
I saw Atomic Punks and I saw Moving Pictures.
And
it was the same drummer. Like that's
Are you serious?
Yeah, he did the Neil Peart stuff too. Yeah.
Oh my God.
It was pretty funny. Yeah. So it was like because in Atomic Punks, they wore wigs, right?
Oh yeah.
And so he just took the wig off, and then he did his Neil Peart. Yeah,
he did his little Neil Peart. Okay, all right.
And you know what? This is weird. I never heard that song "Trees" until I saw Moving Pictures, and then I was like, "That is the weirdest song I've ever heard."
The lyrics.
Well, just
the lyrics are cool. Yeah,
everything, and then that.
Yeah, the little wood blocks.
The little wood blocks.
Yeah. I like that stuff. They're stories. They're little stories. Yeah.
Well, I went out and I bought the greatest hits just because, or the album that had that song on it, just because I had to hear it again. And it's like it did not disappoint, man.
I don't know what it's on. Is it on Caress of Steel? Is it on?
I think so. Yeah, but that song it's one of my favorites, but it's also just really strange.
Really. Great lyrics though.
Because the trees fought for
they're fighting
for a noble law.
Yeah.
So now they're not
the
axe something and saw or something. Yeah. They demanded equal rights, right?
They demand the trees
because the oaks were stealing all the light.
Exactly.
How does it open? There's something in the forest.
Tree. Yeah, exactly. You see,
even
Taylor knows.
The trees or something.
Yes.
There's something, and the oaks just shake their leaves or something.
They did that. I saw Rush in '85, like the Power Windows tour, when they really weren't doing a lot of that stuff, and they pulled that out late in the set, and the place went absolutely insane.
I think it's the wood blocks. All
It
right.
was the wood blocks.
All right, Kevin, you got to bring some wood blocks into
Come
some
on.
songs.
Come on, you got to throw it in there.
I don't know, man. Let's see. I got to find a place. There was a lot of cowbell in the old Kiss
There's a
music,
lot
so.
of cowbell. Even Love Her All I Can. Just use a
Yeah.
wood block.
Yeah,
Just
he
use
use
a
a wood
wood
block.
block. No more cowbell.
Yeah,
All
he
right.
would
We
ride
got it.
that cowbell like a crash or something, right? He just or like the hi hats, right?
Yeah.
I Love Her All I Can's all cowbell.
It's all
Yeah.
cowbell.
Conk,
Yeah.
conk, conk, conk,
Yeah.
conk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I had a
All
huge
right.
cowbell before I knew like actually there were different size ones.
You
Do
just
you
bought
still
a
have
gigantic
it?
one.
I might still have it, yeah, and it was so freaking deep and loud. And I think we did what is the Brown Sugar? Is that the one with the cowbell, the Rolling
Yeah.
song?
The Stones, yeah.
But this was one of those like big. I think it was called the Big Moo Cow or Black Cow, like this, and it just made the sound was so wrong for that song. So instead of like,
It was just deep.
it's like bonk.
It was just.
It sounded like all metal and everything.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. I learned the hard way.
You learned the hard way.
You got to get the smaller ones in there. Yeah.
Good God.
Yeah.
All right.
So apparently, bigger isn't always better. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, you want to have your parting shots? Plug your stuff.
Nothing here.
Nothing there. How about you, Kevin?
Yeah, as always, man. Kevin Conrad Art for my Facebook and my Instagram, and for my Revenge site, I believe.
Nice.
It's Revenge, I think dash Kiss tribute. I was saying slash before, but I think you'll find it. Just type in Revenge and you'll see it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll put that. We put that in the chat, right, Taylor?
Yeah. So if you guys want to check out Scott and Kevin's stuff, go ahead and check the links in the description, and you can also pick up a black and white book. We are in demand now, so if it's not too late to pick up a copy of the book, and stay tuned. Maybe our next video we'll talk about those action figures. Nick has a great line here. And it's if we ever do that trailer art, this is how we'll open it. In a world where your action figures are referred to as dolls, justice can only be black and white.
No dolls here, only action figures.
Great.
So yeah, check out everybody's social media by using the links in the descriptions, and make sure to like this video, help boost our numbers a little bit, help boost our views, and get us a little closer to getting monetized. And be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so you know when the next Kiss Corner comes on.
Yes, and there's one thing we have to make happen. We have to get Revenge with Kevin Conrad on the drums.
West Coast.
The West Coast.
Yes, demand it.
Yeah,
make it so.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to talk to some people. Yeah, and if there's anybody listening, contact me or Kevin.
Anybody with connections, let us know.
Nice.
All right, guys. Well, hey, everybody enjoy your Saturdays and listen to some Kiss tunes.
Great show. Always fun.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for hanging out.
Good weekend, everybody.
See you next time.
See ya.
All right.